Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Simple Tech Tips, where we help you take the stress out of IT. My name is Bradford Turley, and this week we are going to show you how to replace the battery on a 2017 MacBook Pro that came into our shop. So if you're ready to go, let's get started.
All right, so we have our MacBook Pro all ready to go. We got a kit with our battery, which has safety glasses, adhesive remover, and a way to apply it. In this, we have some gloves, some other tools, and a rag. Of course, we have our battery and some screwdrivers. So now that we have all of our tools, I want to take a second to go over some of the challenges for this repair. We are going to be working with quite a few tiny little screws. And so you're going to want a dividing box where you can put the different sets of screws in so that they are safe and not lost. As you will notice, I did not do this, which is because I didn't have one readily on hand, but I highly recommend having it. Another thing that I'm going to point out right now is that this battery was beginning to swell. So it had already had what we call an event where the lithium expanded, making it a little more dangerous to mess with. So if there are ever any concerns about the battery in a MacBook Pro that you're going to be replacing, if you have any doubts about your capability of messing with this pouch of lithium, stop, contact somebody who is a professional, and have them do it for you. So here you can see me removing the screws with a T5 screwdriver that came with it. I am going to have a little bit of a difficulty with this screw here. That was due to the swollen battery. With a bit of gentle pressure on the case, it came right out. With the screws removed, we're going to take this opening pick and gently slide it along the edges. Now you will hear an audible click on each side as the bottom case is released from the top case. Lifting at a slight angle, I then pulled straight forward to release that bottom case completely. Another quick warning here. This is a piece that if you lift too far up, you can damage, as well as if you do too much force, you might damage it as well. So be gentle with a little bit of force and make sure that angle isn't more than about 1/4 of an inch. All right, now that we're in the device, we are going to disconnect the battery. Now there is a little protector on top that we removed. This is a cable that I'm getting at. That cable you need to be careful with. Sometimes they give you a second one with the replacement. Sometimes they don't, so you want to be careful with it. That screw that I just removed disconnects that battery. Now I am going to work on the trackpad. So first I will unscrew 2 screws and take off the shield that is protecting the connector for that trackpad. And with my black stick, I am going to gently pop the connector off and gently as well pull up on the cable. Now, I will point out that that cable is adhered to the battery, so you want to be gentle with it because we are reusing the trackpad. We are not replacing it. Next, we unscrew the screws that attach the trackpad to the top case. Now, I will warn you, there are 4 screws in there for those clips that hold the bottom case to the top case. We are not removing those, just the screws around for the top case. There are also going to be 2 down at the very bottom that I'm going to do here in a moment. Those right there. I want to get those out so that the trackpad is loose. Now that the trackpad is loose, we are ready to remove it. Now you want to do something that I didn't do here, and that is hold on to that cable. That way the trackpad does not slip down. You can damage the trackpad, the cable, and the display if you do not hold on to that gently. With the trackpad removed, it is time to work on that battery. Right before I start on that battery though, I want to protect the display. So I took 2 rags, I put them on top of that display and gently closed. Now you don't want to put too much pressure on that because you might crack the LCD doing it. Now I filled up a vial full of that adhesive remover so I could start using it. Now I'm prying up the battery. Now with this, you want to use just a little bit of that adhesive remover. It goes a long way. And as for the battery, you want to make sure your black stick gets under there in as flat as you can, and then just pull up. You do not want to poke into the battery with any of the edges. I finished the first side, then I started working on the second side. I'm going at it. This is the most time-consuming part of the process, but as you can see, it does come up little by little, and soon you will notice that it is almost there. I keep going at it, and we will make it here in a moment, and then we work on the third one. Now the third one is center battery is a little more difficult, so you see me trying to get some good grip there. I am going to put some more of that adhesive remover. Now when you're going so close to the circuits, you want to be careful. Once again, be careful for that little cable. I took it out because I did not want to damage it. The battery replacement that I got does have a spare one in case I did damage it. As you will see later on in the repair, I decided to use the original one rather than the spare one. But little by little, once again, I am able to get this third battery up, working it until it does come up. And there we go. Our battery is removed. Another quick warning here. There is a circuit that attaches the battery to the board. Now, earlier I did not remove a second screw that needs to be removed. It is under a water sensor, so you may have to remove that. There's a white dot on the little circuit board that underneath it is a screw. If it has never been touched, that will be intact. Now we remove the strips of adhesive that have been left on the top case, and we are almost there. So these come off pretty quick and easy. We want to make sure that we get them all. We don't leave anything behind. Once that top case is clean, now we're able to put that battery, the new battery, in. Now you want to make sure that you have those 3 batteries lined up properly, because once that adhesive is down, it is down. It does not want to move. Now we're putting in that trackpad, putting those screws in. You want to keep being careful with all the cables. I put it down in. Once again, this is now just reassembly. Made sure that I've got that display still good. Put in all them screws. Now we're going to put that bottom case back on. And once again, you want to get it at a little bit of an angle so that it goes in. Sometimes going one side at a time is better, but once you get that top lined up, then you can push down and get the 2 clips in. We're going to add the screws for that bottom case to it. Get it all the way in. Sometimes my big fingers don't like to grab those little screws very well, so you might see that I had a little bit of a difficulty grabbing onto them every once in a while. But I eventually get there. And we get them in. You want to make sure that they're flush so that you don't have those catching on anything. All right, now I plugged it into power and powered it on, and I got that Apple logo, so it was a successful repair.
Thank you for watching. Please click the subscribe button below if you want to keep up to date with our future videos. And click the thumbs up button to let us know that you like the video. We also want to hear from you, so use the comments section below if you have any questions on our videos, or if you have anything that you would like us to create for you. We would love to make something pertinent, especially for you. Thank you again for watching.